Man United is going to face Watford, Brighton, Southampton, West Ham, Everton, Cardiff, Chelsea. But the big game is on Sunday, the 31st, which is Liverpool facing Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur. Alafu their counterparts, so Man City, are facing Fulham. So they're the ones who are fighting for the top 2. But then they still the top 4. And then there have been also the games that have been going on over the weekend. You know, Roro still inspiring some people. Russia, now walishinda 4-0, etc. But now, the big games come. Let's talk about that Liverpool versus Tottenham game. Who do you think will win in your estimation? Nyinyi mko na Cardiff, nyinyi being Chelsea.
Chelsea, you see, hata kwa Premier League, these people are written off because hata Cardiff inaweza wachapa.
Written off Germany, kwani watakuwa relegated?
No, yani top 4. Chelsea, me I can say it's written off because the kind of football they are playing, they are not playing as if they are having the best, a good player in Europe in the name of Eden Hazard.
Yes.
Na sasa hivi vile Zinedine Zidane ametrigger akili yake with the transfer.
It's amazing that one man anaingia back into football
anavuruga.
Everything else is now changing.
You see even Pogba kule amekuwa unsettled.
Anaanza kumsifu.
Just in case Zinedine, yeah. And you see, this is one thing that will really destabilize these players as even we struggle for top 4. Na Chelsea, mimi nimekwambia, I write them off top 4 unless something happens in the Europa, where Eden Hazard said, my big job now is to help Chelsea secure the Europa League, and I think that is the avenue they want to use to get into Champions League. Tottenham have been shaky before we to break for the international break, but I think the break has really helped them recover and get where the problems were. And to me, I think Liverpool, that game will end a draw or Liverpool will lose. And Liverpool kwa Premier League, they lost it because they given up the points to Manchester City, and now they are struggling to compete with Manchester City. And as of now, Manchester City yenye iko saa hizi, it's very difficult to predict that they will lose a game. Unlike Liverpool, Salah, who has been their best player for the season, has lost touch. So to me, Liverpool will have some struggle, and they will not even like Mourinho's prediction, where he has predicted that the Champions League finals will be Barcelona against Juventus. So that will not be good news for Liverpool. So I think coming up after the international break, it's a good thing for Tottenham, and I think they will pull some results against
Looking at the table, Liverpool is the only one that has played, not the only one, well, but in the top 6, they're the only ones who, actually top 8, they're the ones who played 31 games. So they go into this, and even if they win, they'll, you know, they still have played more games than everybody else. But City will have played now 31, they'll have a game in hand. And remember, Liverpool has 76 points, and City has 74 points. Tottenham has 61 points, Arsenal has 60, and United has 58. How do you think?
Well, it's an advantage for the team that has played more. You might look at it that playing more might be a disadvantage. But at this particular moment where there are several matches that are coming up, you played in the international week, you're coming back for the league, then in a very short while the Champions League is up. So you realize it's a positive for Liverpool. But my prediction in this particular match will be that Liverpool is going to carry the day. They're going to carry the day because I think they're going to pick from where they stopped just before the break. But it might not have been very positive for them because when you have a long break of about 10 days and you had already picked your steam, then it might cut that steam down. But the fact that Tottenham did not get any kind of major signing over the last two windows, yes, I think that will be their major undoing because the injuries that they've picked, the fact there's a lot of fatigue in that team, and the fact that the English national team played over the weekend will not really help them because the Dele Allis of this world, the Hurricanes of this world did not get time, to rest. So basically they've been playing week in, week out, and they'll have a team that has been having a flow. So I'm seeing Liverpool doing well over the weekend, and the league will just continue to have that particular shape. The standing will still continue to having that particular shape. I normally categorize the league standing in, I make 3 categories. 1, the top 2 will always remain City and Liverpool. The stragglers, this is the Arsenal, the Manchester United, where you talked about the 6, the number 4, the number 5.
Yes.
This is where Tottenham, Chelsea, Manchester United and Arsenal are. And for me, the rest, I call them others because I'm not seeing them moving into the second cadre.
Yeah. Sisi ni strugglers, sisi ni watu wa mau. Ken Erickson. Ukiangalia vile wamekuwa kicheza, also will Zinedine, because I think the richest club in the world is Real. Wali overtake Man U the other day. So Real and Manchester United. And tuona kama Zinedine is back. The first order of business, kila mtu sasa all of a sudden anataka kuenda Real Madrid. Remember akitaka kuja Chelsea alisema my only 2 things, I want money 200 million and then I want Hazard. Lakini of course sasa Chelsea wameambiwa you can't buy, so you can't. But one man changing the game, he's coming, because the saying is if Real wants you, Real gets you.
It gets you.
Kwangu mimi nitaanza hapo kwa Chelsea, na Chelsea siku ya Jumapili tutaweza kutwanga Cardiff. Lakini tuangazie mambo ya Eden Hazard. Tuangazie Eden Hazard ni player ambaye ni winger, na kwa muda sasa Sarri alijaribu kucheza na yeye kama false number 9, na ikakuwa dhihirisho kwamba Eden Hazard hawezi cheza kama false 9 kwa timu ambayo haina striker. Na kwangu mimi nikisikiza maneno yake Zinedine Zidane anataka player ambaye atakuwa winger na anaweza cheza kama false 9. Kwangu mimi mchezaji ambaye anaweza cheza hiyo namba sana ni Kylian Mbappe. Kwa hivyo kwangu mimi nasema atakuwa sana akiangazia kuendea Eden Hazard, na ataweza kuendea Kylian Mbappe ambaye anaweza cheza kama false number 9 na acheze kama winger. Paul Pogba na N'Golo Kante ameweza kuleta, tuseme ni earthquake ilikuwa jana, kwa sababu ameweza kumsifu Paul Pogba, na kumbuka Paul Pogba kwa maneno yake akasema Real Madrid is one of the greatest club in the world. Na ukiangazia pia ameweza kuongelelea mchezaji N'Golo Kante, na kumbuka N'Golo Kante ni mchezaji pia ameongelewa na timu ya PSG. Kwa hivyo nafikiri Pogba kuja kwa Zinedine kuja kwa Real Madrid itakuwa tisho kubwa. Kumbuka timu ya Real Madrid hawana striker ambaye unaweza sema ni striker, kwa sababu Karim Benzema tumeona akiweza mchezo wake imeenda chini, na aliweza kutaja Harry Kane katika mawazo yake, Harry Kane kuweza kuingia katika timu ya Real Madrid. Mwingine ameongelelewa ni Raheem Sterling ambaye sasa ameweza kuwa amefanya vizuri sana na timu ya England. Kumbuka siku ya Ijumaa aliweza kufunga hat-trick akicheza na timu ya Cyprus kwa Euro 2020 qualifiers. Na
usisahau mlinda lango David De Gea.
Lakini kwangu mimi unaona Zinedine kurudi kwa ile mechi yao ya kwanza wakicheza katika La Liga, aliweza kubench Courtois na akaanza na Navas. Kwangu mimi nafikiri Zinedine Zidane yes atanunua wachezaji ambao sasa hivi ni wachezaji ambao tunasema ni waiba juu sana kama vile Paul Pogba, Kylian Mbappe, lakini kwangu sana ataweza kutikisa sana kwa English Premier League, kwa sababu kumbuka timu ya Chelsea ambayo wanasema Eden Hazard ni one of the player mwenye anaweza ingia kwa viatu zake Cristiano Ronaldo. Lakini umeweza kuona kwa mechi za timu ya Chelsea wakati hajapoa freedom Eden Hazard huwezi ona akiwa anafanya maneno. Na by the way jana alifunga wakicheza jana alifunga.
Kuna kitu hapo nataka kukuuliza na pia labda niulize kina Rocho, unaweza ukilinganisha Mbappe na Hazard,
shida ni moja.
Who do you want to?
But you see the thing here is Zinedine haendei ati mtu mmoja. Amesema anaendea Hazard.
Anaendea ama angependa kuendea?
No, anamuendea because you see there was kulikuwa na rumors na wanasema kwamba rumors percentage fulani is true.
Yeah, so there are rumors
kwamba he has already held talks with Eden Hazard and they have agreed on a 5-year contract with Eden Hazard. So it's just a matter of time season ikamilike aende. And Hazard mwenyewe has expressed his willingness to play for Real Madrid. He says Zinedine Zidane ni role model wangu. So everything yenye Hazard anasema you see ina culminate to exit. Then number 2, I don't think that Zizu ati Hazard anataka mtu mmoja. He said anataka watu watatu up front. So he's going for Hazard, he's going for Mbappe and he's going for Neymar. Neymar has expressed his willingness to join Real Madrid. So to me, I think the only undoing that will be yenye naweza fanya tu, the only thing that Ken Eriksson can bank on for Hazard not to go, is his age. Because when you are rebuilding a team, you need to rebuild a team with young players, as Minye is doing now. And ukiangalia Hazard is clocking 29. So at 29, you will not be rebuilding. You will actually be usijua utaita aje in proper English. So that is the only prayer, as Rocho said, we pray. And Ken Eriksson is praying. So the only prayer Ken Eriksson that needs to be praying that Hazard asiende ni kwamba wakiangalia age watasema Hazard will not bring much. Before he settles in at Real Madrid, he'll be 31. So huyu achana naye, acha tuende Kylian Mbappe and the likes of akina watoto wadogo kama akina Odoi. I think kama Real Madrid inataka kurebuild, wangetuongelelea mambo ya kina Odoi. Wako na Asensio, wako na so many young players that are good. So to me, Hazard ni ule tu mchezaji tu mwenye wanasema kwamba tunapendana. Mimi na Zidane tunapendana, na utakuja on that account.
Right, we want to read some comments here before I allow us to make some final comments ourselves. Some feedback. Let's start with some tweets. Nasema kwamba DM Wanyalo. That is about the question that we ask, will the star shine for Harambee at AFCON? It will, of course, with proper funding and adequate preparation. Aye baba. Alafu pale kunaye Jones Lenny. Minye needs to borrow some defensive tactics from Mourinho. We just need to park the buses, but also quality tracks or attacks, I think he meant. A good defense can win you trophies, and a good striking can win you matches. Alafu kunaye Rio_Tito. With Minye on the wheel, I believe the squad will make us proud. Ole alikuwa on the wheel, tusilose tena jameni. Ui, Mungu baba. Aya, Wekesa from Kitale Stars anasema, as Kenyans we are happy because the objective of crossing River Jordan full of crocodiles has come through. Kumbe baba alisema ukweli. We are going to do better but not past group stages. Baba alisema tunaenda Canaan. Sasa hii ya Egypt ni njia ya kwenda Canaan.
Si tu na cross Canaan. So Harambee Stars,
I want to pick up from there as we invite the last comments from what he said there about supporting, and this is something that we've seen online, and just that the Kenyans, you know, we've made it to AFCON. What role do Kenyans need to play in terms of supporting their own? And we'll start with the Aroch even as we wind up.
We need to stop castigating our players. I was quite disappointed yesterday and the previous day. Guys on social media castigating our players. I think it's not good. Our players are still very young, not necessarily their age, but the fact that they've not been going through such kind of pressure. Cristiano Ronaldo can go through such pressure, and more so, Cristiano Ronaldo does it so well when he's under pressure. But our players are still very young as far as that is concerned. Let's be somehow mild. Yes, criticism is accepted, but let's be mild in our criticism. We don't really need to bring up a player and start discussing his negatives, and you know he's preparing for a major match. Us as the fans, we need to just to be behind our team. I like the way the English do their stuff. The fact that they qualified for a World Cup dubiously, they stood with their team. I'm urging Kenyans, more so the keyboard warriors, let's be positive. Let's look at the positives from that match. If you look at the negatives from the Ghanaian match, we'll get a lot of stuff that are negative. But if you want to look at the positives as well, we will get the positives, and we can pick from there and push our team. Because when a player sees his profile, he's being profiled on Facebook or on Twitter negatively, I don't think that will work for us.
Right.
Yes.
All right, so we'll wind up there because of time. Najua Steven Chitara alikuwa na mengi ya kusema na Ken Eriksson Njeru. Tutaendelea next week. Next week kutakuwa na mingi sana pia kuongelea, manake Chelsea yake itakuwa imerudi, Liverpool itakuwa imerudi, na sisi wale tumeitwa stragglers. Pia tutakuwa tumeweka kichwa. Tutakuwa ndani mid-table stragglers. tutakuwa tunaficha pale mbele sana. But like you said, I guess we'll end by just echoing what you said, that tafadhali, even as we are looking at the Kenyan team as we're moving towards 240 million imeshaingia kutoka gava, ziendelee hivyo to train, pia sisi wa Kenya to play our part and support them. Not saying tusiangalia negatives, tunawaambia, lakini tunawaambia kiplani. Unajua unacheza kipanya, unauma alafu unapuliza. Hiyo design.